Welcome back to Shop Talk. I'm Fiona Perez. In this segment, we're joined by Vic Yap, a vintage toy collector. Hi, Vic. Welcome to Shop Talk. So when you say vintage toys, we mean, what is the definition?
Actually, vintage is toys from the 30s way up to the 70s, 80s.
Okay.
But particularly for my case, I concentrate on action figures. So when you say vintage, it's in the 70s.
Okay, vintage action figures, 70s.
Yes,
and
70s
when you say
started.
action figures, the first ones that came out were what?
I
When did
think
you
if
have
I'm not mistaken, it was Matt Mason or something. Then that was for the big figures. The action figures first came out yung mga 12-inch series. So when the small ones came out, that was yung G.I. Joe, then followed by Star Wars.
Okay, and you have all of them? You have G.I. Joe?
Yeah, a little of everything.
Okay, why did you get into it? What was it about?
When I was still young, I had already this passion of getting old things. I don't know why. I think it's in my blood. So I started with comics. Then as I went along, a little of, like, I collected stamps, coins, and finally I settled down with toys.
Okay. So yung stamps, coins, where are
Everything.
they now?
I don't know where. I don't know where is it now.
Okay.
I wasn't that careful. I just left it somewhere and it's gone.
Ay, sayang. You could have sold it.
Yes, especially the comics. I had those the first issues, and they cost how much now? It's very expensive now. I lost it also.
Okay.
So
Why? Diba, well, one part of the question is why collect vintage action figures, and then the other part is, why collect at all, diba?
Yeah.
Collecting kasi parang you accumulate things. I mean, for what?
All right. So I'll answer first the first question. I collect these toys because somehow, actually, I started off with Star Wars. Star Wars really affected my life.
Okay.
It was the turning point, I guess, of my life.
Yes.
I started way back 1990s. Okay. So I got
But Star Wars, the original Star Wars, 1970s. So.
Yes, but I started collecting 1990s. It was because that time that I saw these 7 vintage Star Wars figures, ironically at Green Hills.
Okay.
So I bought those 7 figures out of curiosity, or I just like those figures. So I got them. I felt bad pa nga eh. Kasi that time it cost 20 pesos each eh. Medyo masama na loob ko. Sabi ko 20 pesos, para yatang mahal. But I don't know why I got it. So I got it. So little by little, gradually, yun, dumami yung mga figures na yan. And finally, it grows so large that I have to dispose yung mga extra ones ko. I had to consign to mga toy shops noon. And finally, I got my own toy shop. Yeah.
Okay, and that's where you, parang you still collect, but you share your passion for collection.
Yes, right.
Of vintage toys.
Now, on why your second question on why I collect, I think collecting is, I don't know if it's inherent to an individual, but I collect is because I like it, and the thrill of finding, especially that, kasi if you try to collect things, alam mo kung ano yung mga mahihirap eh. You know, ano po yung mga holy grail, ano yung mga target mo. And if you find those things, parang talagang the feeling of fulfillment. I mean, you go to so many places. I travel around the country, sa Asia, just to check out yung mga toys na I'm looking for.
Okay. Kanina lang, a while ago, you said na Star Wars changed your life.
Yes.
What do you mean by that? I mean, Star Wars the movie or collecting the toys?
I think both, no? The movie, I don't know, it was so memorable to me because at the time, I was still studying, and magandang impact niya eh. In fact, it's not only me. In fact, there's a Star Wars club na each one of them has their own story, which I'm pretty sure also affected them. And sa Star Wars na yon, got so many things na natutunan mo. I don't know, the music, the story, and everything, no?
So you felt the Force was with you, and you were on the good side, no?
Yes, right.
So you were a Jedi.
No, not necessarily.
Pero maganda yung virtues ng Jedi.
Yes. Yeah, you really get to get some lessons from it.
Okay, all right. And then, so now, like you said, you have a store. When did you put up your store?
Put it up now at Green Hills, at Blue Lane, Shopsville.
When did you put it up?
Way back 4 years ago.
Okay. So in a way, parang, kasi dati when you were just collecting it, parang you just kept accumulating.
Yes.
And then now that you've put up a store, that you have your own store, it's an investment already.
Yes, right.
Okay, but not all collectors end up putting up a store and turn
yeah.
it into an investment?
Right, right. Actually, these collectors, it's because they like it. They're collecting it. I mean, different collectors have different lines, no? Like, especially the young ones go for the newer series, like yung mga Marvel Legends, Lord of the Rings, Matrix, yung mga ganon. So, iba-iba. So, for my case, medyo konti lang kami na nagpo-focus dito sa mga vintage toys na to. Kasi we started, I think we were lucky enough because during my time, konti lang talaga nangongolekta din. It was the advent of the internet that talagang nag-boom na yung, changed talaga the whole scene.
Oo.
Yeah.
Oo. But sometimes I can't help but wonder if, di ba people like to say that it's the older toys, therefore, kunyari, kung Star Wars, if you look at the toys that were made in the 1970s, para bang mas maganda siya kesa sa mga ginagawa ngayon. Is that true?
If you're a collector, I would answer yes. But if you're just an ordinary, you take a look at the toy, no. Toys right now are simply beautiful. The articulations, packaging, and everything. If you would compare nga yung packaging na to, compare mo na sa mga bago-bago, malaking difference eh.
Okay. Yeah, this looks like the original one.
This is the old one. This came out in the first series. So kung tingnan mo siya, talagang hindi siya maganda.
Yeah, but even kahit hindi maganda, parang the mere fact that it's original.
Yes. And of course, the value.
The value. Okay, how much was this when you bought this? Oops, sorry about that.
Honestly?
Yeah,
50 pesos.
This one, 50 pesos.
Yes,
when did you buy
time.
this? What year?
That was, I got this on a later time, but the original cost of this was 50 pesos, Makati area that time. Yeah.
Okay, and if you would sell this today,
today
how much would it
with
cost?
carded, kasi each character has a different price. Okay? So, for this case, I would say mga 1,000 up, no?
Wow.
That's already cheap.
Okay.
There are other figures would cost you more than 80,000 to 100,000.
And you bought this when? What year? Like how many years?
19, that was already 90s, yes.
Okay, so about
but
10
this is from the
15
80s,
years ago.
yes. Right.
So if you bought it at 50 and then sell it at 1,000, parang
madali. It's very cheap. It will
Very
be a
cheap
bargain
na.
price if
And-
I sell it only for 1,000.
yeah, oo. So parang sayang naman yung investment mo, or okay lang?
Yeah, that's right. That's my dilemma, I mean, I don't know which should I go first, being a collector or a businessman.
Okay.
So there are cases wherein I have this toy. I don't know if I collect, if I'll keep it or I sell it. But
okay.
most often times I get to keep it, especially if it's an old one.
Okay. When you talk about pricing, di ba? As a collector, syempre, you yourself would like to acquire something at a very reasonable price. But
True.
as a businessman, syempre, you'd like to make money on your investment.
Of course, yes.
So which one will have the last say? The collector in you or the businessman in you?
Right now, it's the collector in me. Because I sell only the new toys. In my shop, normally I sell the new toys and some Japanese stuff and so on and so forth. But these old toys, you could never see in my shop. Unless if they're the extra ones that I have.
Okay. And my last question before we go, syempre yung personal collection mo nasa bahay, di ba?
Right.
You have a nice, display cabinet for it. I mean, hindi nakakalat.
Yes, right. A little, yes.
You have one whole room, or?
Yes, yeah.
One whole room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm having another room for.
Okay. Your wife doesn't mind that?
She minds a lot.
She minds a lot.
We quarrel.
What about the money, the time, or?
Yeah, that's normally I tell to some of my fellow collectors. I don't compute how much I've spent with my collection, because if I do that, I'd stop collecting definitely.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Vicky Yap,
Thank
vintage. How do we say it? Action figure.
Vintage toy collector.
Vintage toy collector.
Right.
Salamat. Thank you for being here. Okay. We'll try to answer all your questions when Shop Talk returns. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. back to Top Talk. I'm Vtoyz. We're again joined by Ed Roses and EJ Esguerra, Volkswagen Collectors, Mike Hernandez, Mikey Romero, Koi Collectors, and Vic Yap, Vintage Toy Collector. Questions and comments from Dr. Ed of Rojas City. Copies, where can we buy Beetle spare parts? Where do you buy that?
You can go to Araneta Avenue. Araneta, yeah. There are a lot of shops there.
Ah, yeah.
And we also have several shops in Buendia.
Ah, okay. Those are the brand new ones, no? I mean...
There's brand new. There's slightly used. And
slightly used, but...
Brazil-made and German-made.
Oh, okay. From Dr. Emmanuel Rivera, I have a 1968 Vaux. It's really durable. It is 19 years old and it has aircon. I use it daily. Oh, pwede pala every day.
Yes, every day.
Wag lang sa lubak.
Yes.
Pag nalubak ba siya, nasisira ka agad? Or? Hindi naman?
Hindi naman.
Okay, from MM of Cebu, do you spend much when you take care of kois? Mike and Mikey.
Depends on your system. Again, electricity, food, koi food, and the bulk is the construction of the pond.
Can you decide, like, okay, I'll have only two, and then, paano yun if they, well, kung male and female, like, how fast do they...
To mate?
Yeah.
In 2 years' time or 1.5, they start mating, and then you could propagate them.
Like, how many will they, how many...
Easily for a 2 or 1.5-year-old fish, you could get siguro mga 20,000 babies.
Oh my God. Okay, so if you just want to collect and have a nice, relaxing time.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't need to spend much, so you just enjoy it. You know, feed them whatever.
So when you can't sleep, go down and look at your kois.
Yeah.
From for Vic from Azrael Coladilla, when is the next toy convention in Manila?
Yeah,
plug mo na.
Yeah, the next toy convention is, this will be the 6th one. It will be on June 16 and 17 at SM Mega Trade Hall 2 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right, final word from everyone. EJ, you first.
If you want to get into vintage cars, don't be afraid. It's nice to try out something new.
Okay.
And along the way, you'll meet a lot of friends.
All right, and Mr. Roses?
If you're interested in Volkswagens, visit our website, which is vwcp.org.
Okay, and how many elephants, how many people can you fit in the Volkswagen? And Mike?
You want to collect lesser fish, but the good ones, because the more you stock your pond with more fishes, then the more you clean it, then it becomes a major exercise. So the trick here is to choose the best and collect at the least you want to collect.
Okay, Mikey?
For the new hobbyist, try koi collecting. It's one of the newest and craziest hobbies.
Okay. Yeah, but you don't seem crazy. Parang you're so relaxed eh. So, parang yung mga koi collectors relaxed na relaxed.
Yeah, we're just under zen.
Thank you. Okay, Vic?
Yeah, for the new toy collectors, you stay focused when you collect. And don't collect because you want to invest it. Collect it because you like it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, EJ Esguerra and Mr. Ed Roses. The Volkswagen Beetle Collectors. Thank you. Mikey.
Thank you.
Mikey Romero and Mike Hernandez, Koi Collectors, and Vic Yap, Vintage Toy Collector. Thank you for being here. Salamat. Join us again tomorrow for a talk on race car drivers. I'm Vtoyz. Enjoy the rest of your day.